Hello and welcome to episode 53 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello everybody.
Before we get into our usual nonsensical shenanigans, we are going to address the elephant in the room because we don't want to talk about it for our weeks because, quite frankly, it's depressing. And yeah, Russia has officially begun invading Ukraine and Europe's going to be a shit show for the next couple of weeks, most likely.
Yeah, a lot of people who are a lot more educated on it than us have done much better articles on it than we can talk about in the next however many moments before we basically drop it and move on, because like we say, it's overshadowed pretty much everything, so we'd like to get into something a bit more lighthearted.
I was telling Rick before the podcast started, we could talk about this at length if we really wanted to, but to be frank, we don't want to. We're pretty sure people listening don't want to hear us bang on about it. One of the beauties of living in this age is everyone can see the fucked up shit that's going on, so we don't need to keep preaching about it. I'm 95% sure we don't have any listeners or viewers in Ukraine, but on the off chance that we do, the only advice that can continue to be given is if you're not part of the armed forces, you should probably head to the border to the nearest EU country. Both Romania and Poland have stated that you do not need visas to enter their country at the current time.
If you're at all able.
Yeah, if you're able. If you're not, I don't know, man. Hunker down and hope for the best. I know that's really shit advice, but it's all I can say. So with that out of the way, we're going to move on to our usual shenanigans, and if you're a fan of the podcast, you know what we like to do is we like to briefly talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide world, apart from the one thing, because we just covered it. So Rick, with that in mind, how's your week been, buddy?
Not a lot has happened to me, however, two things have happened in the world. One is Elden Ring has appeared, and I'm going to say as little as I can about it because you're waiting to get it, so that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. It's fun, I've played for a couple of hours, it makes my PC turn into a fan heater.
That's fair, man. I mean, one of the reasons why I'm holding off is I'm waiting for actual people who play games to give me a verdict, because I'm not on the Elden Ring hype train anyway. I really don't give a shit. But yeah, I'm waiting for regular people who play games to actually give their verdict, because every single critic has given it a rave review, which is suspicious.
But yep, the other thing that's happened is Uroha Rushia from Hololive Gen 3 has been let go. There was some controversy a couple of weeks ago, which I tried to ignore because it was a lot of angry people getting really angry for what most rational people see as no real good reason. And now she's been let go for ostensibly different reasons, but it's basically tracking back to the original thing and expansions thereof. The thing that she's actually been let go for is allegedly leaking information, some of which erroneous, to unauthorized sources, which damaged the company.
I actually dug into this a little bit, and the official reason is multiple breaches of NDA agreements, which you do not fuck around with.
Yeah, breaching NDA. It's dark. She was a fun person to have in streams. She's even the star of one of the Two Snacks animations. I'll miss her as a part of Hololive, but obviously if she's been damaging the company, then yeah.
I don't think she's actually been damaging the company, or if she has, it's entirely been... It wasn't malicious intent. However, intent doesn't mean dog shit.
Since Coco left, she became the most super chatted person on YouTube ever.
I mean, even disregarding that, she has the record for the single highest donation with a super chat as well.
Okay.
Which is something I learned. She's alright, basically. This may be her dream career, whatever. She is not going to suddenly fall into poverty because of this.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me, my week, and my take on the outside world. How about you?
I finished Cuphead.
Yeah!
I only finished it because the episodes were so short. The show is fine.
Good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of meat to it, but what do you expect for a show that is based on a game with no lore anyway?
True.
Well, there's not no lore, but it's very minimal. The most egregious thing is that it ends on a cliffhanger, which is like, okay, I wasn't that invested, but now I'm just mildly annoyed that this isn't going to pay off for X amount of time, so thanks.
The good old Netflix special. Whether or not you've been renewed, just give it a cliffhanger.
Moving on to the wide world, there's a couple of news stories which I've cherry-picked because they're light-hearted, because this week has been a fucking bummer. Our good old Queen, God bless her and all that shite, she contracted COVID.
Yes, she did.
And I read the best story that a certain subreddit decided to immediately fucking roll with, because it's great. The official news story goes that the Queen has had life support systems installed into her throne in order for her to continue her duties as Queen, even having COVID. Now, whatever the fuck that actually means, I don't give a shit, because what people have decided to interpret this as is she has inherited the golden throne from Warhammer 40k and is going to become our God Emperor.
The immortal God Emperor of mankind is the Queen.
I'd love to see someone draw that.
Yeah?
The last thing I want to briefly touch upon, because it blows my fucking mind, they're making a Beyblade live-action film.
I didn't see this.
It's basically the same producer behind Transformers, so it's going to be insane.
What, Michael Bay?
Producer, not director.
Oh, okay.
There's only two ways this is going to go. It's either going to be the best thing ever because it's so dumb, or it's going to be the shitest of shite, but I'm still going to see it because I gotta know.
Spinning tops of death, man.
I don't know how they're going to fucking make Beyblade battles exciting on the big screen. They were shit even in the cartoon, man.
It's going to be a kaiju fight in hologram form.
I want to see this film, and I want it to be popular enough that it gets its own franchise a la Transformers, and it's just going to get shitter and shitter. I will watch every one of these movies. I don't care. It's going to be dumb.
The good old dumpster fire has already started.
But yeah, that's basically sums up the weeks. As I said, I cherry-picked a few happier stories because, yeah. So we'll move on to the actual review, and this week what we're doing is we're going to be watching something called The Midnight Gospel, something that Rick turned me on to a while ago. He didn't actually say anything about it. He said it was like correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, but you said it was like a more adult version of Adventure Time?
Yeah, or so it appears to be. There are different things that happen in it, and I think it might have even been I got halfway through the first episode and thought, okay, this would be good for a review, and then I stopped. So I have seen the first half of this episode as told to me by when I logged into Netflix today.
Fair enough, man. I'm going to throw over to you, Rick.
The Midnight Gospel on Netflix, Season 1, Episode 1, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Da-dum.
The Big Red N.
We're not allowed to say that word. That was a shite joke, I'm sorry. Oh, would you fucking behave, Netflix? That sounds like fucking Tomar.
It might be. I think a lot of just like cartoon radio people just sound the same anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless it's Arnie Pie.
What, Arnie Pie in the Sky?
Yeah. This is Arnie Pie with Arnie in the Sky.
Oh, interesting to note, by the way, this cartoon is a 15.
Okay.
So, yeah. This song's pretty catchy.
I'm pretty sure Q-Force was also a 15.
Oh, it would have to be. You saw Cock.
Yeah.
This main character does look a bit Finnish.
A little bit.
As in Finn from Adventure Time, not from Finland.
Yeah, the first time we see the main character speak, he says shit. So
this wasn't what I expected at all. It appears that he is an interdimensional traveller to a certain degree.
Yeah, so it would seem. I guess he just... Yeah, does he possess people? Let's have a look.
Choose your avatar, I get. What the fuck? These are all hideous.
So he's going to be a...
Big buff man.
Oh no! He puts himself into the space quim.
It did look vaguely vagina-shaped. Vaguely.
Yeah.
Free the weed. Do they mean weed as in 420, or do they mean weed as in invasive plant species?
We'll find out. I hope.
Kind of adorable.
Yeah. The adorable face on the big buff beach body is really cute.
Oh, I meant how he gives a shit about Glasses Dude, who's known for exactly 2 seconds.
Glasses Dude looks a bit like the guy from South Park.
Narrow it down for me, bud.
Well, one of the kids, the one that's...
Oh, the retarded kid opposite Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, is it like Timmy or Billy or something?
There you go. It is, but they are about marijuana.
Okay.
They just said that. Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah, he's a dick. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Not much to say right now because not much is happening. There's an adorable dog underneath the American flag.
Yeah, yeah. People are even talking over each other in the show.
That's kind of a badass stance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this shit's fucked.
Yeah, yeah. If opiate use is down, then you're not getting money for your opiates.
Yeah, you do not want to mix too many drugs.
No, you don't. If you can avoid it.
That's fucked.
I kind of like this visual that he's having this like deep and meaningful conversation while just casually sniping.
Well, it's one of those things where you're going to have to... it's something you've probably got to get used to in this kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get eaten by zombies in a second. Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. So this entire show is going to be about drugs, isn't it?
Maybe the first episode, but yeah, it does seem like a bit of a drug-fueled haze.
Hmm. The entire conversation we're getting right now is, don't mix pills because it's fucked. Also, marijuana's good. Not all the time, but it can be.
Yeah.
He's a quack shot with that rifle.
Yeah, he is.
You're trying to do a lot at once, my dude.
Yeah, he is. Did I ever tell you that? No, because you just met like 14 minutes ago.
Oh, that's interesting. Zombies can climb in this universe.
Yeah.
And apparently still need their glasses.
Yeah.
That was a fucking shot and a half.
The zombie climbs over, chasing after the glasses.
This show is an odd start.
Yeah, it is.
I do appreciate the visual and the gags that the making of how casual this has to be in this type of universe, but they're talking about some weirdly heavy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Yeah, there is no good or evil when it comes to chemicals. It's just a case of how it's used. Oh, marshmallows.
Are we gonna talk about that fucking visual?
That marshmallows come out of... He's drinking from the president's head. Or the head of the bust, as it were.
Wow.
Yeah, there we are. The drug isn't bad. The circumstances and the relationship between you and the drug is potentially bad.
I've got weird views on drugs, man, which is why I don't tend to talk about them.
Yeah, I also do my best to not rely on things.
I'm one of these people who I kind of appreciate freedom above most things, and I don't really care for drugs. I don't do them. That's just the way I am. I don't care if other people do them, and I kind of think decriminalization is probably the way to go. But I'm far from an expert on such things. I feel like a lot of drugs are criminalized in order to garner profit rather than out of general concern for safety of people.
Yeah, yeah. Poor dog.
Yeah, I don't think the dog gives a shit.
No.
The dog seems used to it. Well, oh fuck.
Oh, a big one.
It's the boss zombie!
It's a big one that vomits little zombies out. He just rides it as a fucking mount and leaves the other fucking balls behind.
They're just loading up the dog with guns.
It's like a dog of holding, I guess.
I like how our main character is just not even thinking and just going along with this, but I suppose he ain't got much choice.
I think worst case scenario, he just logs out.
Possibly. Yeah, that's the worry. But I find that, like, the only drug I do, I haven't fucking drunk in, like, well, since COVID, really. And, one of the things I notice when I drink is I do go one way or the other. I'm either a super chill, happy person and I just want to hug things, or I retreat into myself and I become a miserable bastard. I'm not angry, I'm not violent as that type of drunk, but I just... You know that fucker who sits in the room and is just, like, quiet and looking at people menacingly?
That's normally me, except I'm normally just, like, looking at my phone. Sometimes I'm creative and I start writing on my phone.
Oh, I can't do anything that requires any skill when I'm drunk.
And half the time I've got my phone open and I'm trying to write and I kind of start falling asleep and dropping it.
Yeah.
Of limited use.
Definitely.
But back in the day when I used to have like phones with keyboards that you just fold out, back when you had physical keypads, like that was a thing that I had. It's kind of cute that Glasses Guy President is just like accepting this guy's help and counsel.
I mean, the big dude did explain his situation the minute he got there.
Yeah, fair enough.
French baguette zombies. Is this racist? I feel like it's racist.
Oh, now you got a flaming zombie.
Oh no, now there's more.
He's leaving behind the golden Gatling gun.
This is kind of how you deal with zombies in the old COD games.
Yeah, you just move a little faster and then relax. Just hurry up and wait.
That was like the World War zombie game, but future games they got a lot quicker.
Yeah.
That's not a bad makeshift fortification, to be honest.
Yeah, you've got a Walmart.
What a weird fucking clash of just brief black and white. Why?
They've got a pile of massage chairs.
I mean, why not, man? It's so weird. You got all of these dumb visual gags going on while these deep philosophical conversations are going down. It's a very weird mix.
Yeah, it is. This might be the kind of thing that might actually be better just to watch on your own and just be stoned while watching it, as it were.
It's giving off the vibe of being like a stoner show.
Yeah, like, neither of us use. But yeah, it gives off that vibe, definitely.
That's... Interesting. That's very quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just developed the cure, apparently.
How the fuck do you kill that thing?
The one that's eaten the White House.
The dog's trying to take his trousers, and now we've got a truck. This narrative is a bit all over the place right now, man.
Yeah.
Look, it's Finn's dad.
It is as well.
Was that DiMaggio?
I think it is.
Well, it was DiMaggio.
Oh, he's got him in the little baby carrier.
Yeah, makes sense. These people are badasses, and that was weird, but fair enough.
Yep. Pregnant badass.
Well, way to make a death scene very. I guess that's the point, is to just make it funny, isn't it? How the fuck do you do sick flips like that while pregnant? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I imagine it's very difficult.
Yeah, it must be very difficult. Oh, the Finn's dad guy had a bobblehead of himself.
Why? Well, he's got his face painted on his truck, for fuck's sake, so...
Yeah. The get-in truck.
I don't think they have a voice actor for... Oh, never mind, she does have a voice actor.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, just drive around it.
It's a Snorlax, just fucking play on your flute. Why would you drive directly into it, you fucking spanner?
Yeah, there's literally space round the side. You can just go around it.
This conversation's still going, man. That's the whole fucking episode has just been this conversation.
Yeah.
That's one way of getting out of there.
He's destroyed his fucking baby carrier.
I'm just amazed she is still standing. I guess she ain't got much of a choice, but you know. Adrenaline's a whole of a drug.
Because they fucked up the car.
Oh, there we go. About fucking time, motherfucker.
Fucking kicking with its feet coming out of the belly.
Are we going to ignore how the fuck he's just given himself limb enhancers a la Peridot?
Yep.
No!
Oh no.
Maybe that's not how zombies work in this universe.
We'll find out.
Battling Paul, that'll do.
The cure has been developed, but, you know.
Yeah, that place got fucked 2 seconds ago.
Yep. Oh, all done.
Oh, fucking hell. That is not how pregnancy works. I'm sure there's some people who claim that they could probably do that, but I can guarantee you are not skateboarding 2 seconds after giving birth. But the baby certainly fucking ain't.
The baby teaching the baby how to skateboard. Yeah, the baby's not that fucking clean.
No, I mean, it was a water birth. I guess that's the fucking hand wave answer.
Yeah. Fucking scorpion? Oh, the scorpion stopped the fucking... Oh, the scorpion's winning. Scorpion's actually helping.
Yeah, Team Scorpy bro. I like how that zombie wasn't even trying to chase them. He just wanted to do sick tricks.
Yeah, just grinding down the grinding rail.
This show is all over the goddamn place, man.
It is a weird one.
Love the fact the kickback was enough to fuck him up.
Yep.
We don't even know the woman's name at this point.
Nope. Up.
Jeez, man. I think I am going to have to rewatch this shit, but, like, on my own so I can listen to what's being said, because I'm missing a lot of it.
Yeah.
You have to split your attention between the visual goofiness and gags and the deep philosophical conversation they're trying to have.
Yeah. So, like, we got the benefit of having the subtitles on.
Absolutely. But we're also talking over it, and oh man, I really hoped he didn't zombify. That's a shame.
Yeah, I think he's zombing. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the baby's now still walking.
Yeah, I think shit just works differently in this universe.
Yeah. It's an accelerated universe. He's got a puddle from how much he's sweating.
Yeah. That might be Seth Rogen. That president dude did have a very Seth Rogen-y voice.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So even though they're zombified, they still feel things. It's weird. So it's kind of like a release, even though it's not. I don't know.
Like, once you're zombified, you're on the zombie side of life. And when you are a zombie, you can communicate with other zombies. And you just want to spread that love to everyone else.
He's got a bit of a deeper voice for Maggio, but he's got a range, so maybe it is him.
Yeah. Or someone impersonating him.
True enough. It would be weird that this was described as an Adventure Time but for adults and they've got fucking Jakey in it.
Yeah. Oh, she got her husband back. Or at least his head.
I mean, this does kind of make sense, because even when we saw zombies earlier, they weren't all out to get the main party. There was some of them were like, hey, let's, I'm just going to skateboard and have fun. Oh, they did. Some of the Cure guys did manage to get out. Nice.
Yeah.
The antidote crossbow. Oh, now the zombie's mourning because this is like dying as a zombie.
Yep.
Man, this is a fucking struggle, ain't it?
Yeah, and some of the ones who would have died if they weren't a zombie are now dying immediately because like people who have got like no heart or whatever.
So he's just like filming an interdimensional podcast by the looks of things.
Yeah, so it would be.
Is he? Did he just steal the dog?
I think he did. Yeah, he stole the boots. Yeah, the dog as well.
I guess the dog now lives with him.
Yeah, he's now got a dog of holding.
I wish you wouldn't call it that, but it is accurate.
He's uploading it to space. So the Midnight Gospel is the podcast.
By the looks of things, aye. I mean, damn. Wow, this is a bit... Oh!
Yeah, that hits a bit hard.
We don't know your name, one loyal listener, but we know you're listening.
Yep, keep listening, Hernog.
Trying to look at the fucking voices when they come up, but it's going to be... I didn't see DiMaggio. So, and I didn't see Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's the cool stoner. Joe Rogan's the dickhead podcaster, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Joe Rogan's the real easy to mislead guy.
I used to really like Joe Rogan's podcast, but he has gone off the fucking deep end over the last few fucking years. Like, I used to like it when he used to talk shit about fucking Sasquatch and shit, because that was kind of funny at least, but now it's like, yeah, man, you should fucking... He was one of those real fucking pushers for the horseworm stuff.
Yeah, the ivermectin, and he apparently took it when he got COVID.
Yeah, and apparently, oh, dude, this is one of the best. He tweeted about 3 months after that saying, can people shut the fuck up about it? It's getting real annoying getting taken the piss out of it, and for it. And it's like, dude, you're a comedian who takes the piss out of stupid people all the fucking time. If you can't take it, you should fucking stop.
Yeah.
You do a stupid thing, you're gonna get called out for it. You're that type of comedian, bro.
It's one of those, someone described him pretty accurately as, he's like a caveman hosting a talk show and wants things explained in a caveman way.
We could probably bitch about that for all time, sorry, but Midnight Gospel is a show about a podcast. We're gonna talk about weird podcast shit. So we should move on a little bit from that, and, well, that was the first episode, Rick. What did you think?
It was pretty fun. I might watch the rest of it. Maybe not as quickly as Q-Force and Inside Job, but yeah, I might watch the rest of it. How about you?
I think I'm definitely going to go back and rewatch this first episode. There was a lot going on, and just the fact that we were talking over it as well meant some things went through the gap. I would not be surprised if this entire thing started out as the creator or the writer probably going like, I want to do a podcast. Let's film a podcast with my bro talking about whatever, in this case drugs, and then let's just create a weird scenario around it, write a few additional stuff and make it into a show. That might be the pitch.
Just animate around it. Yeah, that would work.
I mean, it worked for the Ricky Ricky Gervais show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give this first episode a rewatch, I think, and if on a rewatch on my own it's enjoyable, I might watch more. I don't know. But yeah, we should probably wind down. So to that end, Rick, you know the drill by now. Did you have a favourite moment?
My favourite moment was on top of the White House, giving the establishing shot of Glasses Guy President just being able to be a badass while being able to hold an introspective conversation at the same time. Just, it continued throughout the entire show, but that was the moment that really cemented it. Just being able to snipe multiple times while still talking about drugs are good, drugs are bad, no such thing as a bad drug. But yeah, how about you?
There was a lot of cool visual gags throughout, but I think my absolute favourite was the initial appearance of the balloonist zombies, where they're just generically French for some reason.
Yeah, smoking a baguette and actually making like cigar smoke out of it.
But yes, we can't only talk about the good things, guys. We have to talk about the negatives as well. To that end, Rick, do you have a weakest link for me?
I think the weakest link for me is kind of like the disconnect between the conversations and the visuals that are actually going on. So, like you say, you probably have to watch it twice to be able to absorb everything.
I don't think you have to watch it twice. I think we have to watch it twice because we were talking over half of it.
It is one of those, like, you have to have your full attention on this. This isn't something that you can just put on in the background and listen to. Well, it is if you want to miss more than half of it. But yeah, how about you? What was your weakest link?
The disconnect between the visual style of the show and the serious subject matter is a weird one, and it just hits you a little bit off key. It's clearly a purposeful stylistic choice, and they're probably going to play about with it quite often in the show. It also leads into, this does feel like a stoner show.
Yeah, that's one of those things. When I said it was Adventure Time turned up to 11, this is kind of what I mean. In Adventure Time, you do have the cartoony visuals, but now and again, you do get the underlying thing that something is actually profoundly wrong with this world.
I mean, PB is a war criminal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird one. It's not a real weak link because it's clearly a purposeful choice and it might pay off down the road. But as a new viewer, it's just off-putting. We should probably wrap this up in the best way possible. And that leads me to asking you, Rick, who was your MVP?
My MVP was Glasses Guy, the president. What was his name? Clancy? Or was that the main guy?
Clancy's the main character, bro.
So yeah, it's the president, the Glasses Guy. He was the MVP. He was the one that really carried the episode. And yeah, how about you? Who was your MVP?
I agree with you a little bit, but I think the actual MVP deserves to go to Clancy.
Sure, you can't have a conversation with only one person. Both of them carried it, so I think it's fitting that both of them get an MVP from one of us.
Well, let me put it this way, Rick. If someone were to review the Nonsense Review and they didn't give the MVP award to either me or you, I'd be very annoyed.
Yeah, giving the MVP to fucking Audacity.
To be fair, there'd be no show without it, I guess.
Oh, they wouldn't, no.
But yeah, that's the end of our episode for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and an additional thank you if you managed to make it all the way to the end. We do appreciate it, as always. All that's left to do now, really, is to let you know how you guys can interact with us, if you so choose. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave us a comment down below. We do appreciate it. We read every one. We don't mind if you just share your thoughts, or if you give us suggestions for future episodes. We are open to ideas. And if you're not watching via YouTube, but listening via one of our many audio platforms, you can send us an email. Where would they send said email to, Rick?
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
And with that, there's only one thing left to say. Keep yourselves safe and keep yourselves happy, guys. We'll see you all again next week.
Bye!